Welcome to ACC Studio Interviews. This is an interview for a diesel mechanic. I'm here with Josue Cenicieros. Now, Josue, what made you interested in becoming a diesel mechanic?
I was really interested in being an automotive mechanic at first. My dad actually, my dad grew up working on cars and stuff like that, and I got really interested in it because he would have me around while he works on them. So I was really interested in that. When I graduated high school, I went to college for about a semester for business and marketing. Didn't like that. So when we finished, when I dropped out, saw a school called UTI, joined them. They have a bunch of different programs. They have automotive, diesel, welding, a bunch of other programs like that. I was going to go for automotive at first. And my wife went to the orientation with me. We walked around the school. I really liked it. Then we took to the diesel classes. They have suspension, brakes, transmission, stuff like that. And I was really intimidated by it because, I mean, it's a lot bigger than automotive and stuff like that. So I was talking to my wife that it'd be cool, but I wasn't too interested in it. But she was telling me that, that's where the money's at. And, it was a great point. So we decided on doing both programs. It takes about a year to do that. So I decided to do that. Was still pretty intimidated by it, graduated, and actually the school helped me find a job. They did resume for me, found the job, and I ended up starting at this place called Bud's Truck and Trailer. We worked on trucks and trailers, and I mean it was a great place to learn. I definitely learned a lot in the field than in school. I'm not gonna lie, but learning all the book stuff really does help you.
Right. And as of right now, what kind of vehicles do you currently work on?
Right now, at my job at Mr. Boats, it's a fleet service, fleet trucks. So we have brand specific trucks. So we work on Kenworths, which are older trucks like 2016 and up, and then we have brand new trucks that are just barely getting cycled in, our Freightliners and our Western Stars.
Okay. And are the vehicles currently still running on gas or the electrical?
So most, like 90% of our trucks are diesel. They have the X15s, which are really big engines. They're 15-liter engines with the inline six. And the new trucks that I said, the Freightliners and the Western Stars, those have the X12, which is a smaller version of that X15. Those are also diesel. But we have brand new trucks, like newer than those. They're the Freightliners, and those have they drive on CNG, and that's like a compressed gas, which are really, those you got to know what you're doing when you work on those.
That's pretty cool. And what do you enjoy most about your job?
What I really like about my job is I can stay to myself if I really had to. I don't got to talk to anyone. There's no customers to talk to. I just get handed my truck. I do whatever I need to do. I do have some coworkers there that I'm really close with. They're good people. They help me out whenever I need help. I help them out whenever they need help. We hang out after work sometimes. It's a nice. I enjoy working there.
Pretty good. Yeah. And what skills do you need to have to become a diesel mechanic?
All I could really say is just be hands-on, mechanically inclined, and be able to retain information, I would say.
All right. And what was the hardest thing to learn at first?
The hardest thing was definitely diagnosing. With all the electrical stuff, all the new stuff, all the after treatment things like your DPFs, which is it's a bigger catalytic converter pretty much for the cars, but for trucks. And it's all the diagnosing really, being able to learn the programs on the computers.
And do you need to be good with a computer right now as of right now?
You for sure do. There's when you're working on older trucks, stuff from the 2000s down, there's no after treatment, nothing like that, so you don't need to use a computer. You do sometimes, but it's not as often as you do now. Every truck that comes in the shop always has something to do with the after treatment, because the emissions and the government always wants to keep the emissions down and the smog and all that.
True. What safety precautions do you need to have while working?
So there's a lot of safety precautions for that. You have to have steel toe boots on that are slip resistant, safety glasses, and if you wear glasses like I do, you gotta wear side shields.
Uh-huh.
That and then our uniforms are fire resistant. You don't need that, but it's nice to have.
Yeah.
Then there's PPE that you need for, let's say if you're welding, you need a welding hood on. Um, then if you're cutting something, you need a big face shield on, stuff like that. Because gone, um, I didn't have side shields on at one point. I was underneath a truck, and something sneaked behind my glasses, and I mean I was down for a couple days. My eye was just I couldn't see. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
So that's really important to have.
And you mentioned welding. Are you a welder yourself?
I know how to weld, but I wouldn't call myself a welder. There's some things I need if there's a bracket that's broken or something like that, I can weld it up and fabricate something to make it work. But I wouldn't trust them like
Yeah.
for like really heavy duty stuff. But like for small bracket stuff like that, I can take care of that.
And did you need like specific training for that, or?
It's not the hardest thing to do. It just takes some practice. The funny story is when I first started there, I kind of knew a little bit about it. So my boss actually gave me a job that I had to do that required some welding. I tried doing it without any help or anything like that. Just tried to kind of wing it, and didn't come out the best. So the day after that, my boss comes in. He was like, "Hey, did you weld this?" And I tell him, "Yeah, I did." And he said, "Did you ever weld before?" And I'm like, "A little bit, not a lot." And he ended up having one of the other welding guys that's his job. He welds.
Yeah.
He gave me like maybe an hour of showing me, and it helped a lot. So
That's good. Would you recommend trade school or just starting out as like a helper?
it's when it comes to school, it really gets your foot in the door. That's what got me the job, because this UTI, they got me into Schneider.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first they got me into this the mom and pop shop. Then from there, UTI got me a job at Schneider, which is a great place to start at. Schneider loves students from UTI for some reason, and so it really gets your foot in the door. But I actually have a friend that I got into that job because of me, and I mean he's making great money already, and he didn't go to school or anything like that. He was just mechanically inclined.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't say it's required, but it's definitely gives you a start.
Looks better on the resume.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
How much of the job is electrical or diagnostics versus like mechanical?
With these new trucks, there is a lot of electrical.
Mhm.
So with our job, with my company, we haul garbage, and so I mean they're at landfills, and landfills are real bumpy. They move a lot. We have a lot of rollovers, so the trucks literally roll
Yeah.
over. So it's really mechanical with me. There's a bunch of electrical as well, but if you were to go to a dealership or places like that, it would probably be like 90% electrical with the after treatment, stuff like that. But it's a mixture of both.
And what would you say is different between like working at a dealership compared to working like for a company like Mr. Bolt's?
At my company, it's like I said, we haul garbage, so they're always at landfills and stuff like that. And landfills, I mean, it's not gravel or it's no roads. It's just mud. And so the trucks at my job are always full of mud, really dirty, nasty. You gotta freaking just dig through piles of dirt just to get to a certain wire or a certain bolt. And if you go to a dealership, it's nice. You work on a variety of that brand of different trucks. I mean, it's nice and clean. They don't go through the garbage and all that stuff. I mean, sometimes our trucks come in smelling like, nasty stuff. Yeah, it's a big difference.
What certifications do you currently attain?
I'm just a certified diesel mechanic. Really, there is you can get certified like an ASC certification. You can get for a variety of stuff for like for electric suspension, brakes, AC. You can be certified for everything. But
and just to wrap it up, what's that one advice you'd give to someone in high school who might want to get into this field?
Advice I would like to give is stay off the trucks, the tool trucks. I wish I told myself that when I was younger, when I first started, because I mean you can rack up debt really fast when you get on those tool trucks. I would say Amazon and Harbor Freight are your best friends.
All right. And that is all for today for ACC interviews. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you guys next time.